I'm sorry, world. I am not a huge fan of Adam Driver. I'm not an Adam Driver stan.
Mm.
I think he acts the same in everything he
Mhm.
is in. Like I don't think there's anything there. But
Pizza time. Pizza time. Pizza time.
you're late.
Pizza time.
Pizza time. I thought we were doing a different intro.
No, we're not. Why
Well,
today?
You said
Oh,
do a
shit.
different intro tonight. Or this
No,
morning.
well, yeah, we can still do pizza time. That's iconic. But we can just jump into the. Now we're getting in the weeds in front of our audience, Alex. What the
Well,
freak?
it's your fault. You said we were doing a different intro, so I figured you weren't going to do pizza time. So I was very caught off guard when you said pizza time.
And ironically, we are doing a bit of a different intro while doing this. Anyways, hi guys, how you doing? I do want to
Hello.
start off a little bit differently here.
Yeah.
Because I have an exciting present from Alex. If you guys can hear that.
Yeah.
For those who aren't watching, I got a present from Alex. Another
Let's
one.
open it.
He
Rip
already
it
made
open.
me a groomsman, which was like the best present ever.
Oh,
Surprise, surprise to everybody.
Hold up.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
But he gave me another present.
So
Can
he's
I open it?
unboxing. He's literally live unboxing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Open
yeah, this is
Rip
cool.
that shit. Get into
It says here it's from Imaginary Zebra. So on brand. So on
brand. Hey,
All right.
sponsor us.
Hey, yeah, sponsor us.
Hey.
Imaginary Pizza. All right.
For pizza time.
Here we
Oh.
What is? Oh, what? No, Alex. Hold
yeah,
up.
man.
Oh my God.
Oh, look at the back.
No shit. That's sick, bro.
Yeah,
Oh my
dude.
God. Oh my God. Okay, for those who can't see, dude, this is
Yeah,
sick.
man.
Okay, for those who can't see, it's essentially a tribute shirt, Japanese tribute shirt to the
Jason
late and
David
great
Frank.
Jason David Frank, who we lost this year. Well, look, my wife's here. Look at the shirt he gave me. Isn't that cute? And it's like a chibi form style.
Yeah, I figured
version.
I saw it and I was like, dude, it's like Japanese. It's Jason David Frank. It's got the White Ranger on. It's just Ed. It's just Ed.
I dig it. This is very much so you too. I wish I had seen this sooner. Maybe I would have probably gotten you this too. Oh, that's so cool, man. Thank you so much. Oh, that means a lot. That obviously means a lot.
I hope it fits you.
Is it a large?
It's a medium.
Medium? Yeah, it'll fit me.
All right.
I believe I'm a medium in my heart, and I can make it work. And it's
Just-
black.
Just stretch it out. It's slimming.
My body, I have no say in stretching things out. That's what my body just does. So that's great. No, I love the design. This is really cool. Anybody who's actually seeing this on screen, we're not sponsored by Zebra, but Imaginary Zebra, but pretty cool.
Yeah. I think you got like it's like a super limited edition. You have like the number on the back there. It's like the number of which number shirt it is.
This is what I like about it. It's actually on the front. The numbers on this is the front.
Yeah.
Which is the number of the years that he lived. Very
cool is
simple
that?
on the front and then just epic on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But see, on the back, he has that number 988.
Oh, this number. Wait, where is it? Oh, yeah. Wait, where we go?
Look on the back. Turn it around.
This one, right?
It's a green circle.
That green one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the number of shirt it is.
That's
They
the
only made,
number
like,
of shirt?
1,000 of them or something.
No
yeah.
way, dude. Are you serious? How did you get on this so quickly? Did you
Dude,
get a shirt from
I
Imaginary
saw
Zebra?
I saw like an ad on Instagram, and I was like, oh shit, that's cool.
This is really cool, man. Oh, that's really nice, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, uniquely cannot sell that.
Absolutely, uniquely cannot sell this, which is my wife's company. Thanks for the plug.
You're welcome.
Buy stuff at Uniquely, Sanrio Goods, and Japan Goods.
Actually, pay through though.
Actually, pay through.
Or just order it. Pay through.
Yeah, damn it, be an outstanding citizen.
Yeah,
like this fellow did for this shirt, an Imaginary Zebra. Thank you. This is great. I'm going to be wearing that very soon. Much love. Thank you so much.
Yeah, dude. Absolutely. All right.
What a great way to start that episode. We're not talking about. Unfortunately, there's no Power Rangers news. I wish there was, but to drive that in. But this is great. Okay, now that that's all taken care of, let's go into a small bit of news this week before we get into our main topic, which is our 2023 preview. What we're excited for 2023. That should be fun. But before then, let's talk some Marvel news, which is kind of nice after all the just weird DC news we've been getting. As per usual.
As per usual, yeah.
Oh, and to just really quickly, Ezra Miller might be pleading guilty to one of those charges. So hey, he's a reformed man.
He already pled guilty.
Did he?
Yes.
To what? Before?
I think it was burglary or trespassing.
Oh yeah, you're right.
He pled. No, this week he literally pled guilty. Then the plea deal details are expected to be released in the next week or so.
Oh, okay.
So
We'll
I
see.
mean, I don't know. It's just
they're totally gonna see this. They're gonna make a narrative. They're gonna make a narrative out of this. It's like, look, this man, you can reform, you can change.
Yeah.
Hopefully it sticks. And I get it. Like I believe in second chances, and as long as he's genuine about it, fine. But I still think a big risk to keep him on regardless. He'd have to be 120% like afterwards.
I agree with you. Like he's obviously going to be on this best behavior for the next like several months. But I don't know. To me, it's like again, Hollywood, you're clearly showing your true colors. Like you don't actually give a shit all the crap you push on us. If you keep this guy as the star of the movie, like he basically gets off without anything. He gets off. Like there's nothing.
He gets off. Yeah,
and he gets a free pass.
Yeah, and he'll if you put him in another, and you continue him in the franchise, he gets millions of dollars and blah blah blah.
Yeah, exactly.
Again, but I am totally for rehabilitation as long as it's genuine.
I agree with you as long as it's genuine. Is it? I don't know.
But it's Hollywood. Nothing's genuine.
Hollywood. Nothing's genuine. That's the problem. But shout out to Issa Rae. She's the only one that's like actually come out and said something. It feels like he's just completely getting off. Yeah, she said it like last year.
Good for her.
Late in the year. Yeah, shout out to her. Obviously, if you haven't watched her show Insecure, go watch it. It's pretty funny. She's super talented. But yeah, she's the only one that I've seen so far calling him out. So
yeah,
we'll see what happens. But anyway, yeah, that's that. Let's get into Ant-Man.
All right, let's get into Ant-Man. So Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania second trailer, dropped this week and showed us a little bit more of everything that we are expected to see in this movie. I believe it is, what is it, the 26th movie in the MCU? I forget. But yeah. But we're starting Phase 5. This is the official start of Phase 5, and this is the kickoff. And so yeah, before I say what I want to say, what did you think of the trailer?
We're gonna say the same thing. So shocker. Look, I think I love Ant-Man movies. I think Ant-Man is one of the best movies, MCU origin stories out there.
Sure, yeah.
And I think Ant-Man and the Wasp is a very fun movie. Very good palate cleanser after
great follow-up. I liked it. Yeah.
Yeah. Remember, Ant-Man and the Wasp followed Infinity War, and it was like after how terrible that was, I would have put it before Infinity War, but
sure,
because you don't really care about it. But anyway, that's a subject for another day. This trailer left me like, well, is this an Ant-Man movie or is this a Kang the Conqueror movie?
Who's really being showcased here?
Yeah, like whose movie is this? And
could Kang steal the spotlight from Ant-Man a little bit?
The trailer was all Kang. It wasn't really Ant-Man. We got the same beats, like, oh, his life is going great. Obviously, his daughter is, kind of following his path of maybe being a little too righteous and, falling into jail. Because there's a scene where they're opening a jail cell and she's coming out of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like, fine and dandy, but like once you get into the quantum realm, it looks like it's all Kang. I do feel like it's going to be a little bit deceiving. I don't think Kang's going to be in it. Like the trailer would have you believe it's Kang versus Ant-Man. That's the big thing.
Right.
I don't know if Kang's going to be in it all that much. And I want to say, as we get into 2023, I'm going to say this again, and I'll just start it off here. I am very, very reserved about every Marvel product coming out this year. All this stuff, Ant-Man and the Wasp, the Marvels, what's the other one? Guardians 3.
Guardians 3.
Well, I guess Guardians 3 is a little less because it's James Gunn. But
I'm pretty excited for that.
Yeah. But like, they were all started during the pandemic. They were all started under the Phase 4. They were all supposed to be Phase 4. So I'm a little worried in the sense that, will this actually start to move things forward within the phases or not? So yeah, there were some cool moments in it, but overall I'm not over the moon about it. I do think it's a little bit of trailer deceiving, and it does seem like let's sideline Ant-Man here to tell Kang's story, because we need to tell Kang's story because we haven't done it through the first 4, 8, like the first 15 movies of Phase 4. So, yeah. What about you? What did you think about it? How'd you feel?
Yeah, I mean, I overall agree with you. The big thing that made me disappointed with this particular trailer is that it had at the end of it, I felt like I saw the movie because you know what I mean? You get that sense like
Yeah.
you kind of see what the movie's about and how it kind of ends because
Yeah.
I think you see a little bit of possibly what could be. I don't know if there's time jumps. There might be. This is the quantum realm. What could be like the final fight between Kang and Ant-Man, but but who knows? Maybe that happens in the middle. I don't know, but
Nah.
there's still you kind of get what's going on. Like they go to the quantum realm. Kang's there. Kang needs something from Ant-Man. Ant-Man gets it. He brings it to him, and then like he says, like that's not our deal. He betrays him a little bit, and they fight, and then maybe that's the end. I don't know, but hopefully there is more to that because otherwise I feel like it's the first time I felt like, oh, I kind of saw the movie. That's interesting. I don't know if that's a good thing from an MCU trailer, but that's how I felt. I'm not saying
You know
that's
what?
real. That's just how I felt. Okay.
That's a very good critique. That's a good observation that I don't think I realized. But yeah, you get the gist of it, and I guarantee you that fight between him and Kang, there's no way that fight takes place in the middle of the movie where he breaks the helmet.
Maybe not.
That's a third act fight.
You would. I mean, it looks like
Yeah.
it. They're beating the shit out of each other. Like
Yeah.
even Kang is fucked up. So it's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
but I would love it. I would love it if that's not the case. I love it if that somehow that happens halfway through the movie, and then
Yeah.
maybe MODOK becomes a third act. I don't know. But
Yeah.
yeah, in traditional setting, that seems like what you would expect. So I can only hope it doesn't. Other than that, I mean, we get our first look of MODOK, and it seems to be the theories are true. Corey Stoll, which was what was his original villain name? I forget it.
Yellow
Jacket from the first movie. He did survive in some weird way where he becomes MODOK. And like, I don't know about that CGI, but literally his face pancaked like over his I just was like, what is that?
I sent you a Instagram.
Yes, you did.
I think it was like Spy Kids or maybe Shark Boy and Lava Girl. I'm not sure what that image is from.
Yeah,
but it's George Lopez as the bad guy with his face in a circular thing.
I think that is Spy Kids.
And it says, "Remember this guy? This is him now." So the quick little shot of it, people have already started to say, "Hey, Marvel, you said you're gonna fix CGI issues.
It looks wonky."
Yeah, we're up. First step of Phase 5. This is how we're going off.
But I like that being said, it looks so trash. But that being said, I kind of like the idea, right? I like that. That kind of makes sense to me.
He kind of comes around.
Happen.
Yeah, again.
Comes around, which is nice. And Corey Stoll being back, I like him. He's great. But it just looks so fucking weird. It just looks so weird. I don't know. I hope they fix that. I really hope. Yeah, it doesn't look great, but we'll see. But one thing that's for sure is that MODOK and Kang are in the same room together, not beating each other up. So are they in on it?
Working together.
Are they working together? Where's Bill Murray, by the way? So in this one?
Yeah.
He wasn't in this?
Because they said Bill Murray plays a massive role in the movie, actually.
Apparently. So apparently.
Weird that we don't see him. I did see one cool theory. I want to get your thoughts on it before we wrap it up here. I saw that somebody said, what if this all takes place in the quantum realm. What if this battle takes time over like just 2 years or 2 hours?
I like that.
They're 2 years in the future. I mean, remember, Scott only thought he was stuck inside the quantum realm for 5 hours.
I agree.
And then he came out as 5 years later.
Well, in that case, then dilation would tell that if they're there for any longer than that, when they get back,
it's going to be a different world.
But here's the thing, though. But they have cracked quantum time travel. So I don't know if that's built into his suit. Maybe they can get out and just, who knows? Time. Who knows? But that's a great no. You're right. The time dilation there is different. So how does that play? I think one of the producers came out this week saying, or just maybe it was today, I saw, and they were saying that this is like Civil War level. So what does that mean? Is it an importance about how it sets the trajectory for like the next couple of films, or I don't 100% know what he means by that. It could just be a cupcake bullshit just to get us to watch the movie.
words. Like I really hate when producers do that. And I know you know that, but like when you puff up a movie like that and say this will have implications of this, like ended up holding the biggest implications in the MCU, like going forward into Infinity War. That it really, really set the stage and really broke the Avengers, which was super important for Infinity War. And like really the beginning and the kind of conflicts of Endgame. So look, I know that Kang's going to be the guy and we're all heading towards King Dynasty, which by the way, we should say this. There are reports that King Dynasty has been delayed another year, that Marvel is in full on delay, fix mode right now.
I'm not surprised by that.
Yeah, which is not surprised. Like they're saying King Dynasty, which was supposed to premiere in 2025, has been delayed to 2026.
I'm actually okay with that because remember when we first heard that slate, I was like, that's really soon. That's not far.
No, exactly. It's way too quick. Yeah,
it's way too fast.
Which what we said then. Yeah. Which
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. So like, I think that's a good sign for them. I mean, it sucks for fans because I do think that if it's delayed till 2026, there's no way Marvel's putting out King Dynasty and Secret Wars in the same year.
Right.
It's going to be King Dynasty and then 2027 by Secret Wars by the time that comes out.
Yeah.
But you know, there's been lots of reports saying that they are shuffling around projects, that they're trying to get Scott Derrickson back to direct Doctor Strange 3, that they're trying to fast track it because they need Doctor Strange back in the fold. Again, when you make as many missteps as you've made in phase 4, you have to, fixing it is going to cost more money than if you had just taken the time to do it right in the first place. But
yeah, no, I agree. And I get it, right? Like it's like it sucks because you know that Kevin clearly had the potential more than anybody in history, obviously, I think, to make this work. If the rumors are true that he was just really spread thin, and I don't see how that wasn't true considering just how many freaking projects came out this year. It was too much. It was way too much. I get it. I just hope the one rumor I hope is true is that he's seeing this and he's going to fix it. And if that means delaying these, bigger projects for later, I'm completely fine with that because again, like how do you follow up Endgame? I never really expect it to be ever probably as good, but that being said, it can't be, it has to be somewhat in the ballpark. Otherwise, like it's not going to be a good legacy for this phase or these phases.
Right, you're already off to a bad start, and I've seen like people saying that. Oh, some people.
People.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh God.
Like some IGN wrote an article. I didn't read all of it, and I've seen some other like YouTube guys like Pillar of Garbage. I don't know if you've seen him.
No. That's a great name.
Yeah, they try to defend phase 4. But essentially all of that kind of hinges on getting phase 5 and 6 right.
Sure.
So,
of course.
Which I don't think you can make that same argument for phase 1. Phase 1 with the Avengers wrapped up into it is still great without getting phase 2 and 3 right. Same with phase 2 and 3, right?
Yes.
Everything kind of works conjunctly here. And a lot of people are like, oh, we're judging too soon, but when you've given us the quality that you've given us and you give us this, like none of the characters have stuck.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember I talked to my wife about it all the time. She goes, I just don't care about any of the new characters.
Yeah.
She's like, I really like the guy who plays Shang-Chi, but I haven't seen him enough to care about him.
Yeah, no, I'm not putting my life on the line for Shang-Chi yet. I like it. I think he's fine, but yeah.
But she said,
I don't like him
versely, like I would put my life on the line for after Iron Man, like protect Robert Downey Jr. at all costs after the first Iron Man. That's how impactful it was.
Chris Evans. I mean, you could say that for any of the top 3. They nailed the 3. I mean, it was so good.
So like you have that little bit of a problem here where like, yeah, sure, Miss Marvel's going to be important. Who knows how much we see She-Hulk? I don't know. But if you start to introduce any more new characters, you gotta get them dead right.
Yeah.
So
that's the thing that I think that was their biggest misstep, if anything, was just like, again, it's not like Ant-Man, the first Ant-Man was the best MCU film, but it nailed the character.
Yeah,
Like,
you
you
really liked
loved Scott Lang.
Yeah,
You really liked him. And I could say that for and all the other ones that they had
yeah,
they fast tracked. They did. I mean, phase 3 was just like, let's get all these characters into, and everyone at the time was like, whoo, that's a lot. Like, I don't know
yeah,
if this is gonna work, but they made it work. And they
yeah,
made it because like they nailed the casting, and they nailed who these characters were and what they were about. You liked them, you wanted them to succeed. I can't say that for most of the new characters that were introduced in phase 4. I
yeah,
can't
dude.
say it.
I completely
That's where
agree.
they
Like,
failed.
yeah, again, you can't. Like I've said this before. I'll say it again. She-Hulk may have been a fine uh comedy, just not with She-Hulk. Too often you tried to pigeonhole your characters into this into a comedy. So what you did is like, oh, I want to tell a teen drama, so I'm just gonna pigeonhole Miss Marvel into there, and then we'll worry about some of the MCU stuff later. I want to tell a funny lawyer story, so I'm gonna pigeonhole She-Hulk into there. But it doesn't work like that.
Yeah, it doesn't
Like,
work.
you
No.
have to build the stories around the characters,
The
not
characters were not the
conversely.
focus. Yeah,
Yeah.
they were not the focus this time.
So hey, whatever. That is what it is. But to bring it back to Ant-Man, fingers crossed it gets kicked off the right way. I hope they don't kill Ant-Man, Ed. We haven't talked about that. There's a lot of
Yeah,
people saying that.
they're saying that they may kill him off.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I don't think the MCU can take that right now.
I don't. You know who if somebody was at the helm of this and that they would kill Ant-Man off, who have the balls, it would be oh my god, why am I forgetting his name? Who's director of the first Avengers? Who's in
Whedon.
like, canceled right now. Yeah, Whedon. Whedon's the only person I know who has the balls to kill the heart of any franchise.
Yeah.
In a good way. Like, it's in a
Yeah.
good, you know what I mean? Like RIP what's his face from Firefly. But yeah, he's the only one who I think has the balls. I mean, to kill Scott Lang, the fucking just the gesture, the heart of the MCU. I don't know.
Yeah.
You'd have a lot of people up in arms about that, and then maybe replacing him with his
daughter.
His daughter.
Who, by the way, it seems like it follows that same trope all these fucking MCU movies have followed recently. Oh, the daughter makes a mistake and she might get off scot-free.
Right, Scott.
Pun intended.
Yeah, I know. And it's made in that era, so it very might likely be.
With that
I'm
stuff,
not
man.
my hype level for this movie is not high, and that's a good thing. I'm going
weird.
going like it could go either way at this point.
Yeah.
I think it could only be better. I hope so. And so, let's see.
Yeah.
It's the first movie of Phase 5, but I won't really consider the first movie of Phase 5 to be anything until like after Miss Marvel.
I'm not considering
which is not
I'm not
phase
considering
5.
anything first movie of Phase 5 until 2024.
I agree. Anything that was made at the tail end of 2021 to 2022, maybe.
Yeah.
That I'll start believing in it because they could make changes. But anything before that, I don't know. All right. So that's our Ant-Man Quantumania trailer recap. And that's pretty much it for the news for this week, which is nice. It's always nice to have like a drier week because God knows we can go on forever about news too.
Yeah.
We're only 30 minutes, not bad. Plus we had a stop down, so like less than that. We're making good time today, my friend.
We are. Let's jump in here, man.
And speaking of good time, 2023. We're about to tell everybody our predictions, our what we're excited for this year, and boy, is it a freaking stacked with a capital S. Year for movies this year. It's truly we're getting over the curb of the pandemic and what happened there and how it affected everything in the
I don't know if the world, or not maybe not the world, obviously, but like I don't know if the US has officially said we're in post-pandemic world, but I feel like
no, it's more like a feeling.
But yeah, after last week's performance of Megan at the box office.
Wonderful for Megan, by the way.
$30 million. I mean, first of all, Jason Blum, I've met him. I think I've met him like twice. He's a very nice dude.
Very cool.
Loves talking about movies.
Loves what he does.
Especially horror movies. Loves what he does. Which
it's why he's one of the best producers out there.
Yes,
he just makes his movies. It's all his life. He fucking loves what he does. You can feel it by just his face and his energy. He's awesome. I
had like a 5 to 10 minute side conversation with him when we were talking about the oral history of Halloween. Jamie Lee Curtis was, getting makeup done on her way to get sat down and watch and to be interviewed, and Jason Blum was just sitting there talking to me. Very nice dude. Same with speaking of horror movies, same with Jordan Peele. I got a chance to speak with him. Like, just treated me like a normal dude.
Oh, that's so nice.
But anyway, yeah, with the performance of Megan, 30 million at the box office, like that's super great, and that's a really good sign for a January movie. Like,
especially the first movie in January.
First movie of the year? Yeah.
That's rare, bro. That's I mean, that's like, I don't know if that's ever happened. Has it ever happened? I don't know.
And then Plane is out this week, which looks like a fun little Gerard Butler movie. It's Gerard Butler being Gerard Butler. But like, it's out this week. It's performing well. You have your typical Tom Hanks in January movie doing some sort of accent. It's performing well. I really hope people are back in theaters. Avatar looks like it is going to hit 2 billion.
It will hit 2 billion.
Bonkers.
Yeah.
James Cameron's the only film director that can make a movie with legs. He really
Absolutely.
is.
Yeah, I mean, it's so true.
He's the only film director that can make a movie with legs.
Yeah. It's so true.
Okay. Sorry. I just wanted to praise.
No. I know. I think it was great. I haven't seen Megan, but now I'm going to see it because of
maybe we should watch it and review it.
Let's do it. That'll be great.
Let's do it.
Yeah, everyone's saying such great things about it.
Yeah.
And I just want to celebrate that movie for such a huge, insane win that no one expected. No one expected it to do that, and it went bonkers. So
absolutely.
No, I appreciate that. Great start to this talk. So we'll just dive right into it then. What are the things that we are looking forward to in 2023? And I'm going to start off with one that is why don't we just go? Why don't we first show why it's so stacked? Why don't we just name off some of the crazy? And this is like half the year. Let's just do half the year. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
I have a list because I've done.
Okay, cool. I was about to do it.
I have a list, and you can fill in the blanks if I miss any.
Do it,
but
man. Go.
Check this out. This is from February all the way to August of this year. Okay, so just after like the summer. Here we go. Knock at the Cabin, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania in February, Scream 6, Shazam: Fury of the Gods, John Wick Chapter 4, Super Mario Brothers movie, Guardians Volume 3, Fast X, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, The Flash, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, Transformers: Rise of the Beasts, Mission fucking Possible: Dead Reckoning Part 1, and then Oppenheimer. What in the fuck is happening 2023 Q1 to 2?
Here's some ones you missed that are probably going to be pretty big.
Yeah.
Cocaine Bear at the end of February is going to be big. Creed 3 you skipped over.
Yes, Creed 3.
Dungeons and Dragons the movie.
Yes, very excited for it.
Evil Dead Rise is going to do great.
The trailer for that, bro, was so good.
We'll get to it. We'll get to it. Yeah, man.
Oh.
Transformers: Rise of the Beasts.
I said that one.
Oh, you did say that one. My bad. Barbie.
I am excited for Barbie.
Yeah, people are excited for that movie.
I'm excited for it.
The blockbusters coming out. There's probably going to be like an A24 movie that'll take us all by surprise. You know.
Yes, 100%. Again, and that's just halfway through the year.
Yeah.
So we'll start there, and then let's go into the next half afterwards. But like, all right. I mean, let's just one by one. We don't have to stay too long on any one particular one, but we could just knock it out. Well, let's start with knocking something out. Knock at the Cabin by M. Night Shyamalan, the first one. Honestly, M. Night's always very like hit or miss. Sometimes he does something great, Split. Then the next Glass is absolute trash. And then you have something like Old, which wasn't like super bad. I don't know if you saw that movie. I saw it. It's not bad, but it's also not great.
I thought Old was like one of the worst movies I saw over there.
Really? Yeah, it's not.
It was bad.
I've seen worse M. Night Shyamalan films, but it's not good. It's not good, but it's not the worst.
It wasn't Lady in the Water bad.
It wasn't. Or The Happening bad. No, it wasn't.
The Happening bad's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Or Avatar: The Last Airbender bad.
Yeah. I would argue Glass was really not great either.
I would argue, yeah. He's usually 2 bad, 1 good. So
yes,
record here. This might be good. The trailers look pretty good.
That looks pretty good. It's got a good cast. But I have besides like you got to kill the family more to save the world. All right. Sure. All right. Whatever.
Yeah. Weird,
let's see how it goes.
Okay. Sure.
I just want another Sixth Sense. I guess he only had 1 in him. I guess. I don't know.
Well, Signs was
great. Signs was good too. Yeah, Signs was good.
Was great.
Another one of those, like tonally, would be nice. I don't know.
Have you ever seen The Visit?
No, I haven't. But
That was
everyone said that was
pretty
fairly
good.
good too. Yeah,
But
I do know the twist, unfortunately. But
yeah,
I heard it was
is
fun.
what it is. Yeah, it is
Okay.
what it is.
So maybe we'll see. Knock at the cabin,
Okay.
but still cool. It's still an exciting time when M. Night Shyamalan. It's always something to say. It's always something to talk about. What can I say? Ant-Man and the Wasp we just talked about, so we won't go over that again. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
Scream 6. I don't have a lot to say about this because
Oh man,
I
I'm
famously have
so
never.
excited.
I haven't watched all the Screams. However,
Yes.
I will watch all of them in preparation for this
So
because everyone keeps saying like the Scream franchise in general is probably one of the better franchises out there.
yeah,
And so you should give it a
with,
shot. So I
with,
will.
with the exception of Scream 3, which by the way is the weirdest, most meta movie I've ever seen. Like they're on the set of a Scream movie while Scream is happening.
Okay.
That's like pretty much the plot.
I mean, that
Carrie
sounds actually
Fisher is
pretty
in
cool.
it. It's weird, man.
It's weird.
But
All right.
it's a I shouldn't say weird. It's a strange movie. They're like
Okay.
strange things are just like, what the fuck? But okay. Yeah. Scream 3 is the exception. But yeah, Scream 6, they're in New York.
It's finally moving away from where?
from
Los Angeles? Or is
Woodsboro.
it Woodsboro? Where's that?
I have
Is that real?
idea.
Is that a real place? Okay.
No.
Whatever.
I don't think it's a real place.
Okay, so it's now it's
but
New York.
It looks
That's
really
cool.
good. Right?
Yeah. Okay. I mean, the trailer I saw looked great. They were is that one in the subway, and I was like, that's a cool tease. I like that tease.
Yeah. They're in. It's in California.
It was in California.
Woodsboro is in California.
Well, because I remember seeing like a lot of nods to Hollywood, and I was like, oh, okay, so is it in LA? I assume it's in LA. Anyway, so Scream 6. We're gonna do we should do a franchise review. That'd be cool.
Sure.
All right, and then we got I know Cocaine Bear is somewhere in between there. You mentioned Cocaine Bear.
February 4th, I think. Is
Yes.
Cocaine Bear.
The one thing I was surprised about this that I learned the other day, directed by Elizabeth Banks. Did you know that? Elizabeth Banks, famous for Charlie's Angels reboot. Oh, okay. You went with Pitch Perfect 2.
Fuck, that's not the best. Let's go. Pitch Perfect 2. I think that had a better taste.
Pitch Perfect 2 wasn't as bad as that. Wow. But I was surprised to hear that. I was like, Cocaine Bear, Elizabeth Banks. Sure, okay. I'm just glad it's not Charlie's Angels sequel or something else.
Look,
that's not that. So
I'm just glad that it's it's a true story, but it looks like it's bonkers. It looks like it's perfect for the time, right?
Yes.
I'm ready for that. I think that'll be a fun time at the movie theater, which is what people need. A lot of people want that. Like that's why Megan is doing so well.
Yes,
it's just a fun time.
Yeah, I think I agree again, like with the how sort of like you can get into the politics of Charlie's Angels, but this movie it's like really Cocaine Bear. I think it's a smart move from Elizabeth Banks. I'll say that because she has been sort of like she's been fighting for her movies and stuff like that. I'm like, if you do another one of those, man, I don't know how well it's gonna go for you, but glad that you went the other way.
I feel like some dummy on that Charlie's Angels cast had a quote saying it wasn't successful because it's a trio of women. It's like the trio of women. Lucy Liu, Drew Barrymore.
That doesn't make sense
Diaz.
Considering this is like the third remake of this or fourth remake.
It was already successful. It didn't work because it was a bad movie.
It's just a bad movie.
Except when things are bad. Like
you made a shitty movie.
Yeah. Anyway, let's keep going.
Okay. Then we got Shazam Fury of the Gods, the first DC movie this year. And one that may be part of the new DCU. I don't know. Whatever.
This year, let me say something about the DC. I think the movies this year are going to be good. I've said many, many times, I had fun in Aquaman. I know you hated it.
I don't care for it. I don't care for that movie.
But I had fun in it. This one will most likely be fun. But like DC, you got to do something here because is this going to be the last time I get to see Zachary Levi as Shazam? Are you going to redo this? Again, like, why should I care about these movies? Why should I like, obviously we're going to go see him opening weekend because we have a podcast and talk about it. But why, other than that, what purpose would I need to go watch this movie if it's just going to be recast? Like what's the point? I don't get it. I agree with you.
I agree with you. And I agree. I couldn't agree with you more. I think Shazam was one of my favorite DC movies. I thought it was actually a really good movie. I love Zachary Levi. So I'm excited for this. Hopefully, but what does this mean? I can only hope that in the next coming year, where Shazam comes out, The Flash, Aquaman 2, the end credit scenes build to the new DCU. That's the one saving point, because otherwise it's like, this was fun. Maybe it's just this by itself.
Yeah, that's
And
how
maybe
OG
that's okay.
Marvel would do it, right?
Yeah, I agree. So
Yeah.
maybe, we'll see. We'll see how they handle it. But it'll be the first time. It'll be the first time we're going to see what this means for the rest of the DCU moving forward.
You're right.
So let's see what happens there.
Yeah.
Next up on the docket. Oh, I'm so excited for this, man. I can't believe it's been so long since the last one. But John Wick Chapter 4.
Oh, yeah.
I love me John Wick, man.
Yeah,
it's one of the better trilogies ever made, in my opinion. I think it only gets better with each one, in my opinion.
I would agree with that, actually. They give them more money every time, and the stunts are always brought up every time, and it's a good action flick.
Yeah, just good action.
Good action. That's what you want. That's what we're missing.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I agree with that. Yeah. It was a year delayed. It's been delayed a year.
I know.
They didn't get not because of problems. They just, because of pandemic.
Obviously.
They weren't able to shoot on schedule. So, hey, but the trailer looks great. It's pretty soon this year. So it's really quick.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and I couldn't be happier for it, because Chapter 3 was so good, and I can't believe that came out in 2019. It's hard to think that in my head.
Yeah,
but it's true. It's been 3 years, and
I remember going to the theater and watching it with a friend of mine.
Oh yeah.
This is fucking great when he's like making the gun just for one shot.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
I was like,
Halle Berry with the dogs.
The dog scenes were great.
Sick. I loved it. It's stuff like that, or you just go, this thing just keeps getting better, and I hope it gets. And I hope it just keeps getting better here. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. How many more do you think he's got?
Well, how many more I think he's got, or how many do I think he's willing to do?
I think both. I think he's only doing one more.
He has Keanu Reeves has stated that as long as these movies perform, he's gonna do as many as he humanly. Yeah, that's been stated. Yeah, he said that in an interview, that he'll keep doing it as long as people want it, and it's good and it's making money. As long as they're relatively successful, he's like, keep going till he's like, however, like old man Wick, So. Fuck yeah, Keanu. I love it. And it makes fair enough. They're cheap. He gets a shit ton of money. And like, it's just a fun time. Like, who wouldn't want to stick around for that franchise? He's got a gold goose here. I don't blame him whatsoever. And he's not that old. You could totally keep doing this for a while. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, hey, look, Indiana Jones and Dial of Destiny, Harrison Ford's 80, still doing some of his stunts.
Who wouldn't want to see? And even if he quits halfway, like after a few years, we will see, and as long as he's alive, we will see an old man Wick. Who wouldn't want to see real old Keanu Reeves come back and do John Wick when he's a little older?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think that sounds great. That'll be epic. Yeah.
All right. So that's good. Very excited for that. Super Mario Brothers movie. Accents. No, I'm just kidding. I'm excited.
I'm excited.
I'm excited either way. I'm excited either way. I am.
I'll say it again because I said it before. But if you're one of the people that's pissed off about Chris Pratt's voice in that movie, but you're totally fine with Charlie Day's voice, it doesn't make any sense. Like, you just don't like Chris Pratt. That's fine. But like, why is one guy okay and one guy isn't? Because at least Chris Pratt's trying an accent. Charlie Day just sounds like Charlie Day.
Correct.
So chill out. And maybe this movie, first of all, the animation looks fantastic.
I was gonna say the saving grace is the animation, which looks
great. Illumination,
incredible.
Did not spare
like
a dime on this.
Next level Illumination. Like, Illumination should already be like patting themselves on the back. Yeah. It looks the best, like the best thing they've ever done. It looks incredible.
Yeah, I agree. So
Super Mario Brothers movie.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, a lot of fun. Guardians Volume 3, the second movie in the Phase 5 in this year. It's a James Gunn film. The Christmas special got me, and it's a precursor to that, and I can't be more excited for it. It's probably the most excited I am for an MCU IP this year. So, and
Dave Bautista has confirmed he's doing interviews for Knock at the Cabin, and I guess Marvel said it's okay to say it, but he says this is his last Guardians film. So either he's dying or he's walking away from the team, one or the other. So Drax, enjoy Drax. I do think it is the also swan song for Rocket, which is so fucking sad. That's gonna be terrible.
I hate it.
Yeah, me too, man. But that
Bro,
is going to be an emotional way to kick off.
I
the
want
summer.
to throw this theory out.
Okay.
What if they all die? What if
Wouldn't
they
be
all die
surprised.
as a family?
I
Like,
wouldn't be
remember, this is the
surprised.
last time we see this iteration of Guardians. So, but that doesn't mean we don't see a whole new group of Guardians.
Dude, they all die. I can't imagine they kill Chris Pratt. Like, I feel like Marvel wants Chris Pratt for one of the Avengers movies.
I agree with you.
Like that, just them. So like that's the problem with us, right? We don't just think from like this fun fan
From this,
perspective. We also think that like from a marketing and movie and money making perspective, it makes sense to keep at least one or two of them around.
But here's the thing. We're in the multiverse. We're in time travel. You can just bring back another version of them for the big fight if you want to.
Because they've done so well with the multiverse so far.
Well, I'm just saying they've opened the door. We've seen characters come back from another timeline. Look, Loki is a prime example. That's not the same Loki we started off with.
That's true.
And there you go. We're back in action. He's died. Here's another Loki, and we're totally fine with it. So
that's true.
Why not close off the story of the original Guardians that we love? It's our family, and just they all go down in a blaze of glory because that's sort of what they were. They were the Rat Pack, right? They were like all together. They found each other. They're always together. And now, what better way than to all go down, saving the universe together after all this shit that's happened to them?
Yeah.
And then what? Just to lose like two of your favorite people, then like Chris Pratt, like what fucking I'm surprised that Star-Lord hasn't killed himself yet. Like the dude just keeps losing his star players, you know.
Yeah.
So
Fine.
It's a possibility.
I'm okay with that. Yeah.
I think it's a possibility in the best way possible. Not
I
in
like that. What if the entire team dies? I'm okay with it. Okay.
Saving the universe one last time. They all go down, and it's like, and they have this legacy. They have this. They have like a statues of them in front of what's their Xandar, whatever. I can see that happening. I can see that happen. Let's see.
You're right.
Let's see if they have balls. Let's see if they have the balls.
Let's see.
All right. This
I know which one you're gonna say next.
Go say which one.
Fast X.
Correct. Fast 10. Oh my God, we're
here. By the way, we have a trailer coming. I think in 2 weeks. They said, like January 30th or something. So 15 days from now. I don't know.
I couldn't be any less excited for a Fast trailer in a long time. I almost don't care, but I'm gonna watch it.
You know, to tag this to the beginning of the conversation, how we thought the Ant-Man trailer kind of gave us the whole story. The Fast trailers are, you know, infamous for giving away way too much. It's gonna be 3 minutes and 35 seconds.
The best shit in the movie.
I'm not overly looking forward to this. I'm. Is this really going to be a 2-part finale? Like, if this movie doesn't perform, or is this just it?
I heard Vin Diesel in his things, like in his social media, keeps saying finale, and I don't know if that means like because it's a 2-part thing, like it's the start, or this is the last one. I don't. But I do remember. It was supposed to go to 11. So
it was supposed to be a 2-part finale.
It was supposed to be 2-part. So, and I think that's still. But again, with Justin Lin out, I don't know if they've changed that. They haven't mentioned it. They haven't mentioned anything about the next movie, which I think is smart considering what happened. I think it's smart to just kind of see. Let's leave that where it is, and then let's just kind of see where this goes first, because we don't know what the fuck's gonna happen.
I think we'll get a better sense of if it's still going to be a 2-part finale. If in the trailer, I think the trailer will say, witness the first part of the epic finale.
I think WB they just wanted to, or WB Universal just needed to see the dailies. Let's see what we get back. Let's see if Vin sets someone else off, this new director. So
I don't know, but
I will say though, honestly, I think the best thing that could have happened was Justin Lin leaving. I actually do believe that.
Yeah,
because I think getting a completely new director to shake them up from like what I have considered to be a pretty shitty run for the Fast and the Furious franchise, considered from its past life. Who knows? Who knows what this director can bring? Is he like the top dog? No, but who knows? He's also a veteran. I'm just excited to see that we can't really expect the same shit that we've been getting, or we may. but it has reopened that door slightly ajar, if anything, to like this could be actually good. A new take on it. We'll see.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I don't know. This could go either way. Either way, it's a fast movie. It's gonna make money. You know.
I don't know, man. It's it's gonna make money. Even though the 2020, the one that came out in 2021, wasn't as successful as they wanted it to be. It still made money.
Oh
so,
yeah, it did really well.
Yeah, so like hey, we'll see what happens.
I don't know. It's one of my favorite franchises of all time. I only want it to ever be good.
Yeah.
Versus a lot of people who are like, it's shit. I want that to tank. I hate the fast movies. I'm like, no, they're like, it's a good franchise, but it lost its way a little bit.
Yeah.
So that's Fast X. All right, coming up after that. Oh, here's a good one. Thank goodness this is going to come after. No matter what happens with Fast X, we can trust probably this one to pick us back up. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. This is, the follow-up to arguably one of the greatest, if not the top 3 animated films of all time.
It's the greatest animated film of all time.
I think it might be.
In terms of like what it did for technology and moving forward. I mean, what's it called? Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is now kind of in that style. They completely and it's done really, really well for it. They completely renovated it, like re-energized it.
100%. I would argue Turning Red did the same thing. Like it really brought something new to the animated genre, and I think you have these wonderful new films that are just so. You put it perfectly. Re-energized. They feel a little more fresh now, unlike the typical Disney. The Pixar movies that just keeps coming out the same freaking movie every time.
Yeah.
And this started that. The first, I remember watching the first one, being at the end of it, going, I didn't know what to think about life. But the one thing I remember saying was that this was going to be a hallmark in future animated movies. Like, there's no way that animation will ever be the same because of just how the artistry on screen is just so overwhelming. And so it took such a risk with what the typical animated formula was, and it did it more than spades.
Right.
So this one, I can't expect less. Will it be better than the first? Probably not. I don't know if we'll ever it's hard to get over this get over that same hill that considered to be one of the greatest ever. Yeah. But I think it get pretty close. As long as it gets pretty close, I'll be happy. How do you feel about it?
Oh, this might be my most excited movie about this year. This is absolutely my most excited superhero movie by far. Not even close. There's nothing that'll come close to this. It's gonna be sky's the limit for this, and expectations are really high. So I'm sure the pressure's on, and I'm sure they feel it. So fingers crossed, everything goes well and it works out.
I think they're gonna kill it. I think they're gonna kill it.
I think so too. All right.
So speaking of killing it, The Flash. What movie could more embody both sides of killing it? It could either kill it, which is what we've been hearing from WB, why they've been having it on a respirator lifeline for so freaking long,
right?
Like they're trying to save freaking Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's like they say it's good. They say it's so good, in fact, that they are willing to maybe accept Ezra Miller back. But I don't know. We'll see. It could go either way, maybe, because we just don't know what the F. There's no trailer yet. No, that's not true. They've shown footage.
We've gotten that 1 minute teaser,
but no trailer. Yeah,
right.
So
but, it's June. I'm assuming everything is gonna start coming here very, very fast.
I agree.
Very fast. They going back to Shazam 2, they said a second trailer is on the way here before the end of January, which is 15 days away. So we are gonna get kind of oversaturated with trailers to talk about, but at least there's lots of things to talk about.
Absolutely. So I guess we'll have more to say once the first trailer drops. I'm sure it's going to be. It can't not be epic.
I would agree. I tend to agree with that. Yeah.
Because if it's shit, I don't know. What's all this pomp and circumstance about?
Yeah. Why the big deal of keeping him if it's not
exactly?
Great?
Yeah.
So.
I agree.
Yeah.
And we can definitely expect Michael Keaton to be all over that trailer.
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right. Next up. Oh, this one. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. What do you think of it, sir? How do you feel?
I don't know. I'm half excited, half worried.
Me too.
The James Mangold is out in the world and he is saying very, very harshly, like all the rumors you see are false. Everything is you're telling me almost to a fault. You
Yeah,
know, like
sure.
I'm kind of like, why are you so concerned about it if it is fake? Like if they're all not true, why are you so defending it out in the wild?
I agree. It's weird.
So I'm a little, I'm a little, I'm a little worried about this movie. I want it to be his last great. Also, you know, they released this trailer and then like a day later they announced, oh, an Indiana Jones TV shows in the works, but without
Possible
Indy,
production.
right?
Yeah.
But like without Indy, you know, and the rumors are that this
Right.
movie ends with Indy being replaced by Phoebe Waller-Bridge. Which again, I got nothing against Phoebe Waller-Bridge. I just want to see
Me either.
an ending. I don't want to see that.
Sure.
Yeah, again, like the way he's talking about it just makes me a little worried. How do you feel about it? I don't know.
I based off the trailer, it visually looks awesome. I think direction wise, I think it's gonna be well directed. I mean, you have James Mangold behind it, as you said, and he's the best part, the most uplifting thing, the most hopeful thing about this new movie that I think he can say, because he's just killed it with his last 2 movies. And I yeah, when he was announced, I couldn't think of anybody better to take it. So I was like very relieved about that. But you're right. At the same time, you keep these damn rumors, and again, they're rumors, but you know, who knows? I mean, rumors lately have been pretty damn on point more than ever because of leaks and hacks. So I'm gonna keep my hype level on that movie fairly I'll say middling until maybe there's probably gonna be another trailer. But we'll see. I think it's gonna be a fun time. Here's a question: could it be possibly worse than Kingdom of the Crystal Skull? I'd like to think not. I really like to think not. But so if it does that, maybe that'll be enough. Will it top the first 3? That's hard. I don't know if we can ever expect that to happen, but we'll see. My feeling right now, just off seeing the trailer, I don't think it will. But if it's good, then it's good. Hopefully.
Yeah. If it's good, then it's good. Then great.
Yeah.
All right. Wait. Before you continue,
yes.
I want to go over some that you missed.
Yes. Let's go.
Or are you going to do the big ones first, and then we'll come back?
No, go ahead. Fill in the blank.
Okay. So some that we're already well into. As a train keeps fucking passing. We're already, this is the end of June. June 30th is Indiana Jones. Some that Ed skipped over that are coming out before then.
Sorry.
No. That are also massive movies. The new Transformers, Rise of the Beasts. That's probably going to be massive hit. The Little Mermaid. I think this movie is important in the sense that I think Disney will have to see... they'll find out if they need to go in another direction. Remember, Bob Iger's back. Maybe these reboots aren't working anymore. Like maybe nobody wants to see live action princesses under the water. Also, doing something underwater is hard as fuck. So if it looks fake as shit, like remember, you just got the greatest underwater movie you're probably ever gonna see in Avatar 2. And if you put this out and it looks like shit, that's it. I agree.
So, I think Little Mermaid's gonna tank.
I think so too. I don't think anybody cares about it.
No pun intended, but I think it's gonna tank. Yeah.
I don't know.
I just don't think anyone's gonna watch that movie.
Less than a week later, you have Across the Spider-Verse coming out, which is more of a family movie as well. I think it's gonna tank.
I think it's gonna tank.
The biggest one, in my opinion, that you missed was Evil Dead Rise.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah.
Trailer was fantastic.
One of the best trailers I've seen in the last, I don't know, couple of months at least. What was the last great trailer? Maybe Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning.
Yeah,
but even just for like the horror genre, that trailer was probably one of the best I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, to be honest with you,
I mean, blew me away. I was like, holy shit, this thing's gonna be insane.
Incredible.
No wonder HBO Max is. They reported that HBO Max actually held on this movie all of 2022.
Really?
And, yeah, because they said they wanted to put it on the streamer, and
who fought for it?
execs before they left, before Zaslav took over, said this is probably good enough to go into a theater. We should put it in a theater.
Good.
And when all the projects got started getting axed, one of the execs said this movie is going to be great. We're going to put this in March. So it was actually, they gave it a theatrical release in January and said, no, we're going to put this where it's going to go make a little bit more money.
Love
and
it.
We put it in March. So they got confidence in this. It looks amazing.
It looks great.
Sam Raimi's back as the producer. He guided the story on this. Remember, he is the guy that came up with Evil Dead. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch.
I think so, man. They packed a lot into that trailer.
Yeah.
That just looked incredible. Yeah. And I can only assume there's more to it, which is like, wow, if that is the trailer, I can only imagine. I really hope it's not the best stuff. And I don't think it is.
Oh, no. I think because you can only show, I don't know how many Evil Dead films you've seen, but
I've seen the first two. I hate that I haven't seen the third one because I did
that one's like the campiest, funniest one. It's
a lot of people say it's really good though, and I've watched clips from it. I'm like, this is pretty funny. Like I like
it's fun. I like the third one a lot. Bruce Campbell's fantastic in it.
There's a sequence that I have watched because of work, and it's like I think it's early in the movie where he gets trapped into like a pit, and he has to fight this thing and try to get out. The editing in that clip alone is so it's bad in the sense that like time doesn't make sense, but it's like part of it. I was like, this is hilarious and pretty cool at the same time.
Dude,
I was like, I'd watch this. This is funny. I was like, this is pretty cool. I like it. So I need to give it a shot. But anyways.
Yeah. Anyway, Evil Dead Rise. For those that liked the reboot with Evil Dead and Jane Levy was in it, that's also a very underrated Evil Dead movie. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
I haven't seen that.
I would recommend watching the reboot. It's really well done. I don't know anything more about it, but along with Evil Dead Rise, in my opinion, the most overrated director is working today, Ari Aster. His new movie, Beau is Afraid, is coming out. That movie looks fucking weird as fuck. Of course it does.
Just to speak quickly to that, I did watch the trailer for it. I love an Ari Aster movie, although I will admit that Midsommar I didn't love it. I think it's okay, but I'm in absolute love with Hereditary.
Hereditary's ass.
You gotta give that another fucking shot, bro. Give that shit another shot. But no, Beau, when you watch that trailer, is this a horror film? Like if you haven't seen the trailer, go watch it because it's actually a little refreshing because it seems like here's the thing. I think it's disguised as this sort of more, drama. This sort of drama of this guy trying to find maybe peace with his life or his mom or something. Yeah. Because there's barely any horror elements except in the beginning, but I think it's gonna mask itself. Ignoring Ari Aster and how fucked up his head is. Yeah. I completely think this is a red herring, and I'm totally in for it. I'm totally in for it. I want to see what happens. I want to see how fucked up this gets. I cannot wait.
It's all a red herring. It's gonna get fucked up at some point.
I love it. I think
that's what he does. Like he's good at it. I'll give him
if it's the truth.
Yeah. And then one you skipped over that I think is gonna be very popular. Yeah. Is Dungeons and Dragons Honor.
Oh yeah, I'm also very very excited for that movie.
Trailer looks great. I think my cousin maybe wants to do a Dungeons and Dragons on the channel. I said we've never played before, and he does that all the time. And I said, let us know how many people we got to get. Maybe
probably
we can
perfect for us.
Yeah, let's do a whole series on it. Why not?
Can you play digitally? I've never played Dungeons and Dragons, bro. I have no clue.
I don't know how to play it.
As nerdy as we are, I've never played Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's exactly why we should at least delve into it.
I'm down.
Great.
I'm not opposed to anything nerdy. I'll do it.
Creed 3. First, its directorial debut of Michael B. Jordan taking over. But hey, man, Jonathan Majors is in it. He's a major actor. He's a major fucking talent. I wasn't a huge fan of Creed 2. I thought it was a fine movie. I would have liked it better if he actually lost when I would have liked it better. I think. Sure. But other than that, Jonathan Majors always brings it, and he can really elevate almost anything.
I couldn't agree with you more.
From the second he steps on in Loki, he is insane. Like the show just gets ramped from this it gets supercharged essentially with just like charisma and everything. So That's coming out early March. 65 you skipped over as well. It comes out the same weekend as Shazam. I know you think it's really stupid looking. Look, I will also admit, I'm sorry, world. I am not a huge fan of Adam Driver. I'm not an Adam Driver stan. I think he acts the same in everything he is in. Like I don't think there's anything there. But I don't get the allure of Adam Driver. Maybe other people can explain it to me. I'm not saying he's a bad actor. I just think he's the same in everything. But 65, I think, is going to be a pretty popular movie. Look, it's a sci-fi movie with dinosaurs. Come on, like it's going to be popular.
It's one of those movies. Again, I kind of akin it to the Adam Project. I'm not against it. I just let's see. Yeah, it could be either really fucking stupid or pretty cool. And let's see. I ended up like thinking Adam Project was okay and it's fine. It was a fun time. Maybe this could be it too, but I it's not like in my top list for sure. And to speak back to Creed 3 in the vein of Adam Driver, I feel the same way about Michael B. Jordan as you do about Adam Driver. I don't particularly care for Michael B. Jordan. I don't think he's a bad actor by any means. I think he has plenty of charisma for days. But I also don't think he's an incredible actor. And I also think he kind of is the same in every movie.
Everything.
I don't,
right.
You know what I mean? Like I would prefer an Adam Driver movie, although I can totally, I could agree with your sentiment about Adam Driver as well. But I definitely think he's a better actor. I think he has a way more range than I've seen with Michael B. Jordan. And so for Creed 3, honestly, man, the trailer, I don't know. I don't know about the movie in and of itself. Him as a director, I guess we'll see. The only saving grace is Jonathan Majors. I love Jonathan Majors. I think he's destined to be like the next Denzel, if anything, honestly.
Absolutely.
If not better. I think he's so electric when he's on screen every time. He just elevates everything he's in. And I can definitely I can distinguish his characters between each other. It's like he really is a different person. And that's just a great hallmark of a great actor. And I can't wait to see him in this. I think he looks awesome. Yeah. So we'll see.
And then one you missed for all our Indian cinema fans out there, because that is a big deal.
Thank you.
Is the new action drama film called Pathan.
Pathan. Okay.
Pathan. It comes out January 25th.
I can't wait.
We'll do a review on it. But
sure.
Yeah, that's a big one that's coming out. The trailer just dropped this week. It apparently got a whole bunch of views. It's got like 40 million views in one day.
Whoa, what the freak? Okay.
So the trailer did amazing. But
right on.
I think that catches us up to the year so far. Like there is a lot that just goes to, I'm not even talking about like indies. That just goes to what popcorn movies and kind of what will be big blockbusters coming out so far.
Sure.
We're only in June 30th.
Yeah, it's wild.
Wow.
It's wild. This year is insane. I don't know what to say. I love it too. It's just it's going to be a great year for movies, regardless.
Just waste all my money.
And we should. I'm glad you brought that movie up because I think we're gonna probably delve into the Telugu and Bollywood movies soon because RR just like got us revamped for that. So that's
we we're gonna try to
we gotta do one soon.
New cinema.
Let's do. We gotta do one soon.
We'll start. Maybe we'll kick it off with that. Maybe we'll do a whole series instead on YouTube.
I love it. I can't wait. Yeah. Any more things I missed in that little spot? We keep going. I'm sure there's like some little ones, but
I think we're okay. Let me see. Pinball, the movie, whatever the fuck that is.
What in the fuck?
Cocaine Bear, we talked about that. Titanic come back to movies because James Cameron hasn't made enough
4K
money
restoration.
Yet.
I mean, I might want to see that actually, just because haven't seen there's nerds like that particular scene in 4K.
Missed one that I think a lot of people will actually go watch, or maybe not, but it looks pretty funny. Trailer dropped this week. Renfield. Nick Cage is Dracula. Nicholas Hoult. The movie looks really funny.
That looks fun.
So I hope people go see that too because that movie looks really good. And look, a chunk of those movies, Ed, are Universal Pictures because remember, Universal has Universal delayed almost the most out of anybody.
A lot of it. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. Good point.
you would know. I would know. I used to work at for a Universal property, Fandango and Ed 2. We would get emails in January about,
You're right.
hey, here are the long lead days where you can go early to interview the stars. For Rotten Tomatoes, and I remember when Fast 9 was coming out just before I had left. I think we had it was like almost 9 months, ready leading up to that movie coming out. So the same thing here. Like I think Ed's probably already looked at some of the emails, but
there's been a few.
They Universal delayed more than anybody because I don't think Peacock makes them any money. I'm not sure it loses them money, but I don't think Peacock makes them any money compared to other streamers. So
Peacock's peacocking for now.
Yeah, they're working hard to burn money, I think.
They're trying.
But hey, everybody loves Ravens on Peacock, so I love it. I can just put it on now. Also, it's still connected to my Fandango account.
Oh, very nice. I don't think you're. Yeah, I think that's yours forever, bro.
Yeah, great.
Keep it.
Anyway, so yeah, Universal has a lot of movies coming out this year.
Yeah,
is the point. So that catches up, Ed. Let's go.
Okay, and just to sort of close out the middle point, this is up to the only middle point of the year. Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1. Ooh, I cannot tell you how excited I am for that. That trailer was. That's all I needed. I don't need another trailer. I don't care if you send me another trailer. Until then, I'm gonna watch it.
We're gonna get one.
Well, no, obviously we are, but it's just a testament to how good that was. And they sent out that 10-minute long mini doc on his jump, and I was like, stop! You got me, man. You're just teasing me now. You're just spoiling me.
That was amazing. Stop. I love the tease at the end from McQuarrie. I think that's how you say his name.
Yeah,
saying the only thing that worries me more is the stunts for Part 7.
I know these guys are they're pros. They're excellent. Like they know how to get us in, man.
Yeah.
They're pros.
I think they're almost done shooting the last part now. So it's going to be
and Tom Cruise is still alive. So
is this your most anticipated movie of the year?
It's in my top 3 for sure.
What are your
the most anticipated?
Yeah, what's your most anticipated movie of the year?
For me, it's Oppenheimer, which is the next movie on this list.
Whoa! I would not have expected that, Ed.
Oh yeah, come on.
You didn't love Tenet.
I didn't love Tenet. I didn't, but I love me Christopher Nolan, man. He's like my guy. I love him.
I do too, but
he's one of. So I'm excited. We said this when the trailer dropped. The thing that I'm excited for is that it's not a sci-fi epic.
It's a true story.
I've been wanting him to do something a little less, spectacular. I mean, this is obviously going to be spectacular in that sense, but just something that isn't like too, muddled with the science and all that. But who knows? It might be. I'm just saying that this is a true, like it's based on a true story or a true person, a real person. And I think the last great movie he did do was Dunkirk, and I love Dunkirk a lot. So I am excited. I'm really excited for this because it's not like Tenet sucked by any means. I feel about it the way I feel about Avatar. It's like, yeah, they were great movies. Like it's not like they were bad movies. There were just a lot of problems with like some of the story didn't really work for me and blah blah blah. But they're great spectacles that always get me into the seats. It's always a reason to go to the movies.
Yes,
I don't think Oppenheimer is any exception to that. So
okay, that's fine.
Oppenheimer. So two of my top movies happening back to back. I mean, what better news for a cinephile than that? That's going to be a crazy month for me.
I got a hot take for you. I'm on a Nolan low at the moment.
You're a Nolan low. Okay.
I think his last 3 haven't been wonderful.
I get it.
I was one of the people that was like, I do not like Interstellar. I've seen it twice.
Yeah, you don't like Interstellar. Yeah, I love Interstellar.
And look, I get that. Like, I love the fact that it does use real science and it's not just like these cool kind of catchy words. But man, I didn't like it at all. Man, I just get so bogged down in it. And I'm like,
I hear you.
I don't like this movie. And then
I will say it's the worst. It's for me to jump on that critique. I really don't like the beginning of Interstellar specifically. Yeah. I get pretty bored. Yeah. I get pretty bored. It takes a second for it to go, which is surprising because almost all of Christopher Nolan's films have this great momentum, particularly
yeah.
in the beginning. That had the slowest, most boring intro to any Nolan
Yeah.
film I've ever had. But then after, like, once they start going, then I'm all for it. So,
when they're on that water planet, is that when you get into it?
Oh well, no. Basically, once they like get the ship up into space, I'm totally for it. But like some parts before that, I'm like, okay, you could have really cut some parts out of this. This is like getting kind of boring.
I definitely feel that for sure.
I hear you. Anyways,
I didn't love Dunkirk either.
Oh, you didn't like Dunkirk, man?
I didn't like it a lot.
No.
I was like, I
Okay.
like visually, it's amazing, but I was like,
Yeah.
I don't really like this movie.
It surprised me because I thought it was a clever way to introduce his like typical non-linear format. When you realize, oh, this shit's not happening on the same time. I thought that was very it's more one of the more clever ways I think he introduced that, and I thought it was actually a really good way to tell such a story. It was a unique way to tell a war story. So I appreciate it for that. I don't think it's one of his best films, but I liked it a lot.
And then I did like more than the last two. I did like Tenet more than the last two.
Oh, okay.
That felt, kind of, I had to watch it twice before I was like, oh, okay, I fucking get it. But
I hear you. I mean, I do think the last incredible movie that he made, like just one of the top ever, was Inception. I think that was like the last. It's hard to top Inception. It really is, and that's a good thing to say. That's a good thing to have. But overall, I still think he's still brings it every time more than any other.
What else we got after
I hate to say this one, but after Oppenheimer and Mission Impossible, it's the Marvels, the third MCU property.
Let me explain to you why I'm so excited for the Marvels.
Oh, please do.
I am so excited for the Marvels as soon as those credit rolls, because you know what? That means it's over, one. But no, it means that the next MCU movie isn't till Captain America: New World Order.
Oh,
so it's a full year before we see another MCU movie. I feel the MCU fatigue. I'm not overly thrilled about any of the MCU movies coming out this year. I want to get through the Marvels, be done with it. And look, I'm going in with almost no expectations into the Marvels. I'm going to say, you know what? You may wow me, Nia DaCosta. You're a fantastic director. You may blow my mind, and I'll be so happy. But even if you're just mildly okay, I will still be happy because, like, for me, it's the true end of Phase 4. That's
right.
That's how I'm looking at it.
That's how exactly I'm looking at it too.
It's the real end of Phase 4, and now we could step into, well, let's just be honest, fixing the MCU.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm excited for the Marvels, because I just wanted to get here and be done.
That's a great.
And again, go ahead. If Nia DaCosta surprises me, great. If not,
it's the best backhanded compliment I think you could have given that property. No, I understand what you mean though. I hear you. I don't want to see this. This is like the first MCU movie. Maybe I might skip it. I think I might, unless it's good. Unless people say it's good, I don't care about anybody on that screen. So why should I go see it? Until someone tells me that it's going to be great. And here's the thing. Again, we've heard rumors. We've heard this movie's ass. We've heard that the actresses did not get along. They did not care for each other. So I'm like, great. This might be the first one that maybe I don't have to see. And again, maybe this sounds sexist and misogynistic. It has nothing to do with that. There's nothing about Captain Marvel that has even remotely made me interested in that character. No time on screen has she made me like her. Her addition to Endgame is the worst thing about Endgame. It could have been totally fine without her. So there's no reason. There's just I don't see an upside. If news reports came out and lied saying, oh my God, Kevin Feige thinks this is the best fucking MCU movie of the year, I might go see it. There's like literally nothing. There's nothing about this movie that has come out that has said anything positive. So I'm going to say it right now. Unless the score is like above.
Wait, no, that's
70%.
Not fair. You know the score is going to be above 70. This fucking score for the first one's like 80 something. Like Miss is.
I don't know, man.
Miss Ed. I know you work for him, but They literally sent a picture out this morning that Miss Marvel was the best reviewed comic book show of the year. That's where we're at.
Well, yeah, you're right. Well, in which case,
Okay.
this is why I'm gonna. I'm probably gonna see it. Let's be honest with you, but I'm doing everything in my shoes to not. So let's just put it that way. All right.
Okay.
God damn, this fucking Marvels.
Uh,
Jesus Christ, Captain Marvel herself said, "I don't know. Do people want me to see you in this role? No, bitch. You're right. Let's move on.
This is why character development is important.
Yes, Marvel. Jesus Christ. When your star is the first one out of anyone to be in a Marvel movie to be like, I don't know if I want to be here. I don't think nobody wants me to be here. It's probably time to move on. It's probably time to just nip that in the bud.
Yeah.
But she's in the cruise line show, so fuck it. Whatever.
She'll be here.
Really quickly, we also mentioned Barbie. That's also coming out that month. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
It seems like a pretty fun, dumb movie, and hopefully it's better. Yeah, I'm excited for that. And Margot Robbie needs a win. God, I hope that's a good. I hope that makes money. Margot Robbie needs a fucking.
We'll talk about Babylon when it's on streaming.
Yeah, we will. Up next, for the rest of the year, that's half the year. Let's cover the rest of the year. The next month, August, Blue Beetle. And the other DC property I forgot to mention. That's coming out. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I completely forgot this movie was coming out. Just glossed right over it.
Me too. Because who the fuck? What's Blue Beetle? No one knows what it is.
I know who he is. He's a badass named Jaime Reyes from El Paso, Texas, motherfuckers. Where I was born and raised. I know this says Slam Diego. I'm just a Padre fan, but and I live in San Diego. But El Paso, Texas. San Diego's AAA team is in El Paso, Texas. Anyway, Jaime Reyes is El Paso, Texas.
So represent
Scarab. That is a beetle stuck on his back, and he basically turns into like an Iron Man, but with a beetle.
I loved Beetleborg as a kid. I'm not against
Beetleborgs.
I'm not against it.
It could be great. Hey, the guy from Cobra Kai's in it.
Yes, the main dude.
Jose.
I don't know if I love his acting.
Did I just say Jose? That's definitely not his name.
Jesus Christ. It's okay. You're allowed to.
I'm Mexican.
You're allowed to.
I don't look full Mexican.
It's okay. You're totally okay with it. You're allowed to say it.
Yeah, but
I actually don't know how to pronounce his name though. To be straight up with you, it's some like crazy thing. But yeah, sure. I don't know. He's not my favorite character on that show, but good for him.
A few others you've glossed over in August. Was that the only one you're gonna?
Well, no, that was the first one in August. I think there's Gran Turismo.
Yes, Ed. Until last week, did you know this was a
movie? No.
Neither did I. I had no idea.
No clue this movie was in production, bro.
I mean, they got Orlando Bloom. They got a bunch of people in it.
Yeah, David Harbour. To be honest with you, though, I mean, it looks like it could be cool. I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like
what's the story?
I have no clue.
Because those games don't have stories.
No, but hey, there's something that's nice about that, right? Because you can make whatever narrative you want.
Yeah, there's no expectation.
Just as long as you show the cars being.
There's no expectation.
Well. Yeah, it's not like it's Uncharted, where if you ignore the stories, which are basically movies already, people kind of are like, well, that's nah. But what do we know?
So, the question would be for me is then why this property? Why Gran Turismo? Because if you want to talk about I know, right? It's kind of it's kind of like Uncharted, where it's if you're not going to do an Uncharted video game adaptation, because that monstrosity that they put out is barely an Uncharted game to me,
right?
So, but what is it about Gran Turismo that's the pull then? Is it really just the name? Because if you're trying to get the people who play the game, which is not me, I don't play racing simulators, but I would imagine the people who play racing simulators are really into cars. They they know how to tune it, and they know how to mod cars, and they know what racing's about. And so is that what this movie's about? If it doesn't play into that, it's who's in this?
I think racing fans will go watch this movie if the cinematography for it is sold really well.
They make cars look cool.
The trailer. They make cars look. They make them sound like they're supposed to sound.
Okay. They gotta get it. They gotta get it accurate. They gotta get it accurate.
People don't understand that. I think one of the things that car guys love is when they nail the sound of a car or they nail the gear shift of a car in a movie. Like a lot of people, like my father-in-law, the dude can fix anything on a car on any car. It's seriously insane. He's been doing it for 40 years.
Man's man.
Yes. Man's man. Now you're a man. A man. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I sang that.
I love that.
Anyway.
I don't even know what you're referencing. I just like that you did it because it gave me something.
I think it's on like another podcast. I heard it once. Because now you're a man. Anyway.
It sounds like the Mulan podcast.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Anyway. He loves things like Rush. That movie.
That movie was great.
And then he loved Ford versus Ferrari because the cars looked and sounded great.
Come on.
So like they were supplemented with great stories, but they gave care to the cars. The cars were characters. And I think if they can do that in Gran Turismo, people will go watch
that's okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Nice to know. Nice to know from someone who like knows cars. You know cars. I don't know cars.
I have
a Mazda 6.5.
Look, August is a sneaky good month, man.
I want to bring one up that I'm not sure if people cared about, but I like the first one, so I might watch this. The Meg 2.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Meg 2, The Trench. I didn't even know this was in production, but it is, and
it's been going for a while. Like I think it wrapped months ago, so it's like on schedule to release.
Hey, man, yeah. Like, I'm for it. I liked the first one a lot. I thought it was good. I it's a stupid, dumb movie, and I thought it was done fairly well, like, so let's do it. Also, if you don't know, the director behind this is Ben Wheatley, which if you haven't, have you seen Free Fire? It's a bit of an indie action movie that came out in like 2016, I think. It's been a second now.
I have not.
It actually has, it's really good. It stars Brie Larson and, who's the guy from District 9?
Yes. And
have you watched this or you?
The Cannibal.
Jesus. However you want to categorize people. That's fine.
No, yeah. Army Hammer, Brie
Army
Larson,
Hammer, yes.
Murphy, Charlton Copley. I have seen it.
Charlton Copley. You have seen it.
It was great. It was
a great movie.
Like, random movie that I like found on streaming, and I was like, "This is really fun."
Oh, that's cool. I'm glad you found it there. Okay, yeah. It's a fantastic movie, and it's a greatly directed. And it's Meg 2 is not the movie I thought Ben Wheatley would do, but he's on it, and he's a great director. So I'm actually pretty excited for that movie. It sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
So that's another one to watch out for, I think. Yeah.
I'm very excited about it. It's I just looked it up. It's deep in post production. It's deep in post-production. It started filming in February of last year, and it finished in May.
Nice. Okay, so that's definitely coming.
I think it's on track.
I love it. I can't wait.
Yeah, so like on top of that, dude, we also have the new Haunted Mansion movie, which Disney people love shit like that.
I love the Haunted Mansion ride a lot. It's one of my favorite rides there. A movie though, I don't know if I needed one, but okay.
I don't know if I needed one either, but hey, we'll see. Down. Another reboot from Disney. Let's see if it works out. I think, it's a sneaky month. They're trying to sneak some stuff in there, and the Equalizer 3.
That's also, September 1st, which
it's September 1st. Oh, my bad.
Dude, I actually really, really like the Equalizer franchise.
I love the second one when Denzel is standing next to Pedro Pascal and all the bad guys, and he goes, I'll see you guys later. And he's pointing the guns. I was like, that's fucking cool. I love that.
It's one of Denzel Washington's best characters, period. It's not a drama because, he's known for dramas. He rarely ever does an action film, really. But Robert McCall, great character. Yeah. He's awesome. Yeah. He's so cool, man. Yeah. He's just like this older gentleman.
Yeah.
And he kicks ass. And Denzel plays him beautifully. I love it. So I
would say yes.
I'm so excited for Equalizer 3. I'm sure if it's like the other two, I'll love it just the same.
I'm in.
Here's one I didn't know deserved a sequel. The Nun 2.
I thought you were going with the Expendables 4,
Well,
which comes out later that month as well.
that's true. Which
September. We're in
I
September
had
now,
no
by the way.
clue. I had no clue
Yeah.
that was going out.
The Nun 2, I never watched The Nun. I gave up. If it's not a main Conjuring movie, I'm not
You're
interested
not
in
watching
watching it. With that said, I never watched The Conjuring 3, because I didn't really like Conjuring 2.
Oh,
But
I
yeah,
haven't watched any of those movies.
they
I
have
did
like
watch
so
The
many.
Nun.
Yeah. Oh, you did watch The Nun.
I did. I had to for work.
Oh, how was it?
No, it's not. No, it's not great. I wasn't scared. It's not scary.
Interesting.
It's not good. It's fine.
Interesting. Yeah. No, I have no interest in watching The Nun.
I really swear to God, I had no clue The Nun 2. I didn't. Did that movie do? I must have done well enough. I guess I just didn't think anybody cared.
The year we just had, Barbarian was a great performer at the box office, right?
True.
Smile was a great performer at the box office. It's doing bonker numbers on Paramount Plus, I think.
Okay.
Megan doing bonkers at the box office. $30 million. It probably only cost like $5 million to make that movie.
Sure.
So the thing is, like, I understand why they do it. It costs them no money to make, and most of the time, without a doubt, they double or triple their budget.
Sure.
So hey, I get it. You know, you do whatever you want, no big deal. But you know, this is September. You know, this is a podcast we might be doing in Italy in September.
You're right.
So
dude, that'll be great.
We'll gotta figure out how to watch movies.
Yeah, I don't know. Italy, what's your scene like? Maybe they got these movies coming out. We'll have to do some research. Yeah. Let's see. All right, moving on to October. This is the month where it starts to sort of we're losing a little more steam now. Although only a little, because Kraven the Hunter is coming out this month. But yeah, we'll see. I again, Aaron Taylor Johnson, sweet.
On a hot streak.
Love him. On a hot streak. I'm actually pretty excited for that because of him. I think he's one of the greater actors of our time. He's super underrated. But I think he's having a little bit of up now, and I think he is perfect for that role. To be honest, he looks exactly
first time in forever, or ever actually, not the Frozen song. Sorry. For the first time oh my God, I almost said it again. For the first time ever, I'm actually stop it. I'm actually excited about the Sony slate. So obviously, Spider-Man, Across the Spider-Verse, and Kraven. I think Kraven could be sneaky good. And then after that, I think it's Madam Web, which we've talked about before. Sounds like a pretty cool idea. So yeah, I think Sony, don't fuck this up.
Yeah. That's all I have nothing else to add to that. You're right. You're absolutely right. Let's see. This is one. There's two horror movies coming out that I didn't know were in production. And no, I knew one. The other one, I'll start with the one I didn't know. Saw 10. That I had no clue Saw X was coming out.
Oh, then we're opposite, because I know what you're talking about. I didn't know. I knew this one was in development. I didn't know the other one was in development.
The Exorcist?
Yeah, full reboot.
Yeah, and it's I knew it because David Gordon Green, and we covered Halloween Ends last year, and I was like, oh, I didn't know. I found out then that he was doing an Exorcist movie. I was like,
he's directing it.
Yeah.
Oh, so we know what it's going to be about then. The new Exorcist is clearly going to be about how the devil can root into a whole town and ruin it.
Dude, if the more he can play off that theme, I'm for it. I thought you were gonna say we know what it's about. Michael comes back. We found out Michael is like possessing this girl.
Michael is Lucifer. That's the twist ending. That's it.
Michael gets possessed.
Yeah. Oh,
he's the one in the bed. He's like, ah.
Yeah. Fucking Michael actually speaking in a demon voice under that mask. Actually, that'd be so funny. Creepy.
But yeah, how do you feel? Exorcist and Saw 10. Sure, I guess.
About Saw 10. I never even saw the Spiral one. I stopped watching Saw movies after the second. I was like, okay, I get it.
Yeah, true.
Humans are terrible. They'll do anything to win a game.
It just became about the traps after a while, right?
Obviously. If you like Saw, go watch Alice in Borderland instead.
Yes.
It's way better.
Oh, what a way better. I mean, honestly.
What a connection. Yeah.
I know,
and then
as
far as Exorcist goes, man, I don't really know what to think about.
One of the scare. I
Is
mean,
it Blumhouse?
yeah. Oh no, no, no,
It is.
no. Wait, is it Blumhouse? Hold on. That's a good question.
I mean,
That's a
hey,
great question.
you looked that up, but like, uh, I know we said they had a lot coming out, but I mean, The Exorcist is in. Universal has The Exorcist in October.
It is Blumhouse. It is.
They have a movie in September. They have
Damn.
3 movies in August.
I know.
They have a movie. They have Oppenheimer in July. Oh my gosh, dude! Universal. They have a movie in June. They have Fast X in May. Universal clearly needs a big fucking year.
This and it's looking to be. These are pretty good productions. These are not just like what are these? No,
these movies are going to make money.
These
Absolutely.
are big. These are big names. So I'm excited for Universal. Universal actually. I mean, no, I was about to say. Hold up, though. It's before I was even employed by them. Universal. I don't know if it is still, but it was my favorite production company. Like growing up, I loved Universal. It was probably my favorite, absolute favorite.
They gave us the money.
Production house. Yeah, they gave us almost all my favorite fucking movies. Yeah. Back to the Future. I mean, just
Jaws.
Comedies too. Liar, Liar. Like a lot of my movies I can think back. Dude, Liar, Liar is one of the best.
Liar, Liar is one movie.
It's one of the best comedies of all time. It really is. But anyways, yeah, huge. I'm excited for Universal this year. Well, also for personal reasons, because they pay me. Y'all need to make some money. But yeah, so I'm excited. Yeah. Here's one November. We're at November now. We're almost at the end. Here's one I totally forgot, and it has risen to my. I forgot. This is now my at least top 4, top 5.
Oh, I know what it is.
Dune Part 2. Yeah, I almost forgot about this movie. Dune Part 2. I am so freaking excited for this movie.
Yes,
like
holy
shit.
Look, I'll freely admit, I didn't. I know you loved the first Dune. I loved Dune from the visual standpoint. Like some of that stuff was amazing. I didn't get enamored too much in the story, but I watched it a second time during this last year, and I was nice. Oh wow, this is actually a really good film. So I think maybe I just wasn't paying too much of attention to it. I don't know. Maybe I wasn't giving it the due it needed.
That's cool.
Or attention it needed, really. But once I was paying attention a little bit more and into it, I was like, this is actually a very, very well done film. It's really good. Ed, you hated me that I didn't go watch it in a theater. I did not make it to the theater. That was one of those HBO Max premieres.
Bro, you missed you if they offer the first movie part 1 back in, which I'm sure they will, to be honest, and back in IMAX theater, dude. Holy shit, dude. You need to see that. Yeah. Dude, the worm sequence, holy shit.
But yeah,
Dennis, you see it.
Dennis Villeneuve has admitted that it will not be like Dune 1. It will have a lot more action that we are ratcheting into it.
Love it.
It could be the next Lord of the Rings. I don't think Rings of Power worked for me. I think I know one person that really, really liked it, actually. They said, but they did freely admit, they said they had to watch it over time because it was so slow. And they had to watch it after House of the Dragon. They said
I had to watch after House of the Dragon too.
Watching it pair in pair, they couldn't do it because it was just like, this is better and it's more paced. It's more well paced.
I agree with you. I mean, I wouldn't actually, if anybody hasn't seen either of those, please watch Rings of Power first because
that's a good point.
It's just at the very least, the first couple episodes are slow as shit. House of Dragon starts
moves at a glacial pace.
But oh my god, Rings of Power, dude. I mean, straight up, honestly, man, probably one of the worst pilots. It really, I was so bored out of my mind. I was struggling to care about anything it was presenting. Anything. Not one thread was like, wow, yeah, this is an interesting story. Wow, like this is interesting. No, none of it was good. And then, and also there's like no big action set pieces. Not that it has to, but when your story is that fucking boring, bro.
But like,
Jesus Christ,
I've been told it takes about like 4 or 5 episodes to build up to even one action sequence. Like big epic action sequence.
That's what everyone says. Everyone says like you got to go through the first 3 episodes. I'm like, fine, fair enough. but that's not a great sign of a great show, is it?
Right,
Like that's not a good sign of a show. Hey, just get past the first half of the show
yeah,
until it
even
gets better. I'm like,
even the first Lord of the
no.
Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring. Yeah, there's not a lot that happens in that movie when you rewatch it, but you build good characters and enough happens to keep you interested, and then you get to the magnificent end piece of that final battle of those basically 4 dudes against an entire orc army,
Yeah, I agree with you.
and it works really well. And
I
yeah,
mean, but also,
I don't
but
know.
again, how good could it be on a like narrative standpoint if like you didn't care about this for the first 4 episodes?
Right.
Like
Yeah.
you only started caring like how good could that be? I just don't understand how
Right.
strong of a story that could be. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but
Yeah.
it's very rare that I see a show that I like
Yeah.
where, oh yeah, I had to get through the fast couple of first episodes
Yeah.
first. Like that's very
It's
rare.
like
I
I'm
don't
in
know.
defense of it just to be in defense of it. It's weird.
Yeah. So whatever.
Okay, cool.
All right, let's get to December, the final month. We'll close
Well,
this
you
off here.
skipped
Oh,
over
what did I skip?
Trolls
Sorry.
3,
Oh, you-
Trollstopia.
Speaking of trolls, you asshole.
Another Universal
Sure.
movie, by the way.
You know, yeah, again, that franchise does actually do really well for them.
It does.
They have an attraction at their thing, so obviously it does really well. So good for them. Also, if you want to go that far, Hunger Games: The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes also coming out. So
Lionsgate, what are you doing? It's like you don't have. It's just
what are you
like,
doing?
oh, we don't have anything to release. We're just going to release that.
And poor Peter Dinklage is in it. Yeah, whatever.
Peter Dinklage, you deserve better. Maybe you don't.
I do. That's what I'm saying. He deserves better.
Does
And
he?
I mean, I like him.
He's
I
had
think
his moment. He's had
he's
his
the
moment.
he's. But I think he can act. I like him. I think he's the best part of Game of Thrones by
He's
a
the
mile,
best
by
actor
most
at his
anything.
height range by far. That was mean. I'm so sorry.
That was really
sorry.
mean. How dare you?
No,
Pardon me.
no,
How dare you? Also, really great joke.
Peter
Um,
Dinklage, go watch Cyrano. It's a fantastic fucking movie.
I've heard great things about that movie.
That is
and
came
he's
out
awesome
last
in it.
year. Nobody fucking saw it. I saw it
He's
on a
a great
plane.
actor, man. I
Go watch that movie.
love him.
Cyrano is fantastic. It is funny, charming. It's great. Go watch that movie instead.
Yeah. I only wish him to be in more better movies. That's all I care about. But the
Same.
Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I mean, oh no.
Hey man,
Oh,
maybe that's one of
no.
our movies of the year.
It could be. It could be.
We're coming off a year where Top Gun Maverick and RRR were the 2 best movies of the year. And everything
Yeah,
else.
you're right.
But
You're right.
you know, hey, what do we know?
Yeah, what do we know? We're schmucks. December. Here we go. Final thing. 3 great movies. 3 things that that are potentially excited for. The first one,
3.
December 15th. Because I forgot about this one. Well, Wonka. Let's go to Wonka first. Do we need another Wonka movie? Probably not.
Is it like an origin story of Willy Wonka?
I have no freaking clue, to be honest. Yeah, pre-Charlie Adventures. So it's definitely obviously because after the first movie he gives it away. Yeah, so it's before that.
Okay, interesting.
Timothy Chalamet. I love me some Timothy Chalamet. So he's incredible. I love him, and yeah, this sounds like something that is what he would do. So it's good.
Cool. You know, hey,
hopefully that story is good. But we haven't heard anything else about it. So until that first trailer comes out, and maybe he completely botches the performance, we'll see. But this one,
okay,
Ghostbusters Afterlife 2 or whatever it may be called.
I have my doubts this is coming out.
You know, you're not sure if it'll come out.
I don't even think it's even started production.
It hasn't started production.
Yeah, I don't.
So, but but that's the thing, though, right? It was like after we saw that movie, which we loved.
Yes.
They clearly set out for the sequel, and it did well. I mean, it didn't do well enough. I think it showed more interest. I think it gave a lot of hope more than the other 2 that came out. So you're right, though. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know actually if this is maybe a thing, but they're interested, and I'd be interested in it too if they actually did it. So
well, I just don't think it's coming out. Reitman's not coming back to direct it.
He's still underneath this, is he not?
He is not. He is not directing it.
Well,
it's been reported that Gil Kenan is set to direct.
Oh, so is Jason just producing?
Yeah, Jason is just producing and writing. He wrote it. But Reitman, after his father's death, he's off on his own thing. Now he's going to go do another movie.
Okay. That's fine. It'll be good. I don't
Some
know
of
who
the
Bill
cast
Keenan
is
is, but it's good.
reportedly returning.
For the
Paul
love of
Rudd
God, please
is.
not. Please not Wolfkill or whatever his name is.
Why do people like him?
Wolfhard.
Yeah,
They like him because of Stranger Things, and they're trying
but
to make
like,
him
he's
into an
not a
actor.
great
But
actor.
he's not. He's not. It's not happening. It's not happening.
Like,
It's not going to
there's a
happen.
reason the Duffer Brothers literally gave Mike 15 lines in
Well,
season 4 of Stranger Things.
this is what I'm sad about. It's like, why not? Well, but he was like fine in the first one. I liked him as the character. But what happened after that? Like, either he just didn't come with it, or the Duffer Brothers gave up on the character. I don't know which one came first, but both are happening.
What's the third we're excited for in December? Because I don't think that's coming out. No
the
way.
the movie that just won't seem to die, but it's Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom.
Yes, let's fucking go. Just kidding. Look, this is. I think
Christmas.
I think that if this is marketed right, this will be a massive movie. Because I think if you market it as this is the end of the DCU, which you should, this will be a hit. Look,
people love him.
James Wan said it's a globe-spanning adventure. That's what James Wan does. Cool. Jason Momoa, you're a great actor. You're a good actor. Walk that back a little bit. But I don't know what to expect. I'm sure it'll be good. Ed. That's what. So James Wan, I do remember. Well, not this Comic-Con, I think, or I think maybe DC fandom, right? He said that this was a buddy cop sort of movie with Jason Momoa and Ocean Master. So a little brother love, brotherly kind of.
Okay.
I like Patrick Wilson as an actor.
I love Patrick Wilson.
I think he's
underrated. He's my only like saving grace from this franchise at all.
I think Ed and I need to go see this movie together.
I love that.
Just to get us. I just want to see Ed's reaction to this movie.
You should have seen my first one.
I know, but you were in the Philippines, so I couldn't.
I was. Yeah.
So I don't know.
I'm down.
Yeah. Anyway, maybe it's good, maybe it's not. I don't know. I don't know. I think it could be good. I think it could be good.
It could be.
I'm trying to convince myself of it. I'm doing my best. Yeah.
People really did love the first one. I didn't, and that's fine. That's all I'm going to say.
All right. Well, that's the beer, man.
Here's what I will say though.
Unreal.
Just in James Wan's to James Wan's credit, who I've said some horrible things about James Wan. Most of the big one being that I don't understand why Hollywood thinks James Wan is a great action director. I will say though, in his style, in like reviewing the way he chooses to do action, I actually think he could do a pretty cool Power Rangers movie. Like, because when I watch Aquaman and those action scenes, I can't help but think Power Rangers, because it just looks kind of stupid, but kind of cool at the same time. I just don't think it works for other properties.
I agree with that. Yeah, I'm with you, man. I think it could be. I think it could be something that's cool.
He won't do it, but I just think, the camera moving around, for like adults, that doesn't really work to me. But for kids who want to see like 5 Rangers going at it, fuck yeah, sure. Why not?
Sure. Why not?
And he's done a Power Rangers version of a movie before. It's called Fast 7. So I think that brings us to the end.
Yeah.
To 2023. Stacked like a Burger King
we didn't even talk
burger.
About fucking TV.
We didn't talk about. To start off, just really quick.
By the way,
start off the year tomorrow. Literally, The Last of Us. I am so hyped because everyone.
I am not hyped, Ed. I am not hyped for it.
Oh
you
no!
Know why?
Why?
None of the trailers have interested me. I haven't.
You're right.
Captured me.
You're right.
The way I thought they think they should. 2, the reviews are very sus. Like they are so high and so high on it that I'm a little worried.
They're too high.
And I'm like, wait a minute. Are we giving it brownie points for,
Oh, wait, hold on though.
Yeah.
But like, did anyone really see this as a vehicle for anything when it was coming out? That's the question I have. I don't have the answer to that. Maybe I'm asking you. Was this one of those vehicles for like, anything? I don't know. Because if not,
Man,
because it's not like it was like, oh, gays and trans and white men suck and
It's
like
not that.
none of that was a
You're
part
right.
of
It's
it.
not that. It's
So
but like, I've never seen anything this well reviewed. Like I've seen one review where I feel like it seems like it's being honest and it says when you pull out the gameplay, it's just full of television tropes.
mm, mm, mm,
Um
mm.
and that makes me a little worried. But other than that,
Okay.
everything has been so glowing about it. And
Okay.
look, reviewers do give brownie points for it. Like, let's be honest. They shouldn't, but it says it has 2 openly gay relationships in 2 episodes and really focuses on them. Well, obviously, we know Allie's gay or lesbian. I don't know if you can say, but one's gay. And then we know Bill is gay. But you never got to see anything about it. You hear him say it in side partner. So cool. Look, but like there are reviewers that are saying they're giving it really high points for that. And I'm like, well, sure, but
Okay.
I only care about one relationship in this show. And that's the relationship between Ellie and Joel. And that's it.
Me too.
So
As long as they nail that.
If they nail that, I'm in. I'm a little worried. The hype is too high. The hype is too high, and that's why I'm worried.
It's too high. It's too high. Okay. Well, we'll find out tomorrow.
Yes,
We'll find out tomorrow. It's episode a week, right?
Yeah, I think there's like 9 episodes in the first season.
Damn it. All right. So we'll have this is one that we'll have to
that way. You don't
No, you're right. You're right.
Staying up till 3 a.m. and then you tell me about a show and it takes me 3 weeks to watch it.
Because this is what I like to do because I have to have an ultimatum with these things where it's like I either stick with it every week or I wait. Because to me, there's nothing better than a great show and being able to binge that like Alice in Borderland and go and just like
we'll be back next week with that, I think.
I'm not against shows coming back a week, but I'm just, I get excited when it's like, but it has to be good. That's the thing is like, it has to be good, which is like a horrible prerequisite. It's but whatever. I'm being selfish.
I think it has to be good too. So I'm with you.
Quickly, any other like notable TV that because we're not really like TV guys, but like when there's good TV, it's like, okay.
When there's good TV, we should call it out. The Last of Us. Oh, I do think Invincible season 2 is on its way.
Oh yeah, sure.
This
Okay.
year. That's something we should absolutely mention.
Okay.
Other than that, I got nothing. There's a Grease series coming out called Grease: Rise of the Pink Ladies because that's what we need.
Great. Let's end the show there.
Absolutely. What a way to end the show.
I can't believe that's a thing.
That's a thing, my man.
Jesus. Okay. Yeah. No. Other than that, so that's a good. We'll call it the movie preview.
Yeah, the movie preview.
But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys are excited as much as we are for the movies that are coming out this year, and just for the great movie year that we are about to experience. Regardless of like what is good, what ends up being okay or whatever the case may be.
Season 4. That's coming out this year.
Oh my God! Thank you.
It looks like he's gonna be chasing down. It looks like he's gonna be like a serial killer Sherlock Holmes. I loved the trailer. I haven't seen the first 3 seasons. I will binge watch.
Wait, you haven't?
Seasons? No. I will binge watch the first 3 seasons, and then I will come back and watch season 4 because I absolutely love that trailer. The tagline is "Someone is chasing after him," and I think that is that is a way you want to reinvent a show. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. You make the bad guy the good guy.
The appreciation I have for this show, for particularly for like what type of show it is, because it is not the show that I would ever see myself watching or even championing. But I legitimately think it's one of the better like thriller romance, what would typically be for your 30 to 50-year-old mom doing nothing. It's a great show all around. And the best thing about the show is exactly what you just said. I'm so happy you brought that up. Every season is not the same season. They it's familiar, but narratively speaking, they always try to do something different with Joe, who's the main character, and what his situation's like. It's never the same.
Right.
It's and it's hard to say that about a lot of even big shows like The Boys, which called it, ends up being kind of like the same thing every season.
Yeah, I don't like
the great thing about you is that it always changes every season, and this season in particular is not any exception.
Yeah,
it's always something new, and I agree with you. So I hit myself in the head that like
yeah,
you had to bring that up as someone who hasn't even seen the first 3 seasons.
Yeah,
but I'm so excited for that.
Yeah,
you need
but
to
I think
watch
that's
it.
it.
It's a
I
great
will,
show.
I will
It's
binge
a
watch it.
great show.
And
Great
yes,
show. Okay.
all right. I think that's it now.
That's
now
it.
We can end it.
All right. See everybody. Have
Thank
a great
you.
weekend.
Oh, 2022 year in review is coming out.
Yes.
We're having technical difficulties, but it's coming.
It's coming. Bye.
Bye.